So I'm asking the AI representation on what does it look like to look at the screen on a high dose of LSD. So the results were mind blowing. Before I was playing with it with other stuff before I thought of this, but I'm gonna start showing what I got with the first prompt. Teenager looking at the mirror on a high dose of LSD. It's quite cool. The first one, you can see a lot of details in it. Same clothes, different position, different size, different display in the mirror. There's a leg missing. There's like a face here. I think sometimes AI represents it kind of like an LSD visual anyway, so it's kind of interesting to see what it looks like when you actually put a prompt in it that's asking for that. Here's really cool. It kind of showcases also the aesthetic of the psychedelic art, kind of like, you know, the rave art and maybe Alex Gray stuff in a very abstract way, but the colors and the shapes are very similar. I like how the shoe is very realistic. Maybe as it gets near the canvas, it starts to get more psychedelic. And maybe as he's staring and mirror gazing into it, the rest of the room starts to disappear. So that's cool. Okay, so all of these are with the same prompt, by the way. It's just different generations of it. You can see maybe kind of like higher consciousness, maybe spirits, gods, something, whatever. And he's looking at him, and maybe he's not looking back. So I don't know if there is something in it. The sun is behind the right arm, and the head is popping out, which is a cool effect. I think AI is inspired by art and shaped by art, or maybe culture and information. But do you think that maybe AI will shape art in the future? So kind of like vice versa. For example, I know some artists that take pictures of stuff and then add a lot of like crazy filters on it, like negative and changing the color spectrum and stuff like that to look very like psychedelic, and then they paint that photo, they copy that picture, so the final result is like a paint that it's like super psychedelic. And I think it's kind of similar to my statement, to my previous statement. This one is insane. I just think it's kind of crazy how there's like two entities. I think this is something similar than in the previous one, where he's maybe like been staring in the mirror for so long that everything else starts to like kind of like disappear, to take different shape or form. I didn't know about this, but apparently if you look into the mirror sober for more than some minutes, like 5-10 minutes, you'll start to hallucinate. Even after the first minute, you'll start to feel different to what I hear. You'll start to kind of get less attention of the rest of everything. So many people will experience like black images where they're not like focusing, and the more you stare into it, the more it like blacks out and turns into different shapes. And apparently it's very hard to do. Not a lot of people can do it. You kind of have to like meditate into it. But if you do it for more than 15 minutes, you'll start to definitely have some hallucinations. I saw this kid doing it on YouTube, and he said that his reflection like winked or said hi or something at him. He was just like a little like 15-year-old kid, so I thought it was kind of crazy. And yeah, I think that maybe that with mixed with a psychedelic could display something like that. But I think it's crazy is the other person, which seems to be the same guy, but with a dark outfit. It almost seems like he's pointing back to him. It's staring at him.
Like water. When you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. The teapot, it becomes the teapot.
Aquariums, jellyfish, definitely.
Be water, my friend.
So maybe he's looking from under the water to the moon. I don't know. Wow, this one is really cool. Two different versions of him. One with the same outfit, which he's not looking at, he's looking at him. And the other outfit very cool. Kind of like face here, creepy face. Well, when I first saw this, I thought about maybe like male and the female version of the guy, of the person. I don't know. Just seems like a very like feminine version of him in a way. I don't know. Maybe the nose is a little bit different. Maybe it's even a different person. But the way the hair is, and the eyebrows, and the cheekbones, and the lips. Besides maybe the nose, everything is like very curly. Look the way this is like oval, and this is like manly shaped, like sharp jawbone. So that's why I think maybe he's either looking like at his female version, or maybe at his like soulmate, or something mystical. I don't know.
When you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. In the teapot, it becomes the teapot.
It's just like creepy. It seems like the guy that's actually taking the LSD is not this guy, and this is the normal room, and he's looking like this is a vision, but from the LSD room. into the normal room, quote unquote, as opposed to all of, well, not all of them, but you know, most of them seem like they're on the room, well, kind of, I guess, looking into a much more psychedelic space, you know. See what I thought, but in this case, it's the opposite. In this room, everything seems normal except the guy's eyes, because he took something. And in the other room, everything is psychedelic, and this guy seems very observative. I don't want to say judging, but observative. And this guy can't even look at him into the eyes. Nice. I like this because, I don't know, it seems like it looks almost like if he was painting. I know AI has a very hard time making cool hands, but I think this is really cool. It looks even like an artist signature. I don't know, the face is kind of like different. If everything was more like this style, it would be really cool. But anyways, this is really cool. It just seems like he's painting or something. Okay. Now you can only use like some credits on this until it's over. So what I want to do is kind of take the same script prompt, and turn it into something similar, but okay. Of mushrooms. So change it and see how this changes, you know, because these are really cool, but we can see a very similar aesthetic in it, and I don't know if it has to do because the word LSD was inserted into it, and most certainly it has to do with it because, you know, it definitely represents the LSD art culture, like I said earlier, even like the DMT space, which it would be cool to try, but let's first check it out with the mushrooms. Oh. Okay, so I don't have any tokens anymore for today, so I don't know, I guess I'll make a second video. Subscribe if you want to see it. Right? Cool.